Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Destiny 2 fashion, specifically the gear and shaders I use on my hunter. I've been getting a lot of questions about what shader is that and what set are you using or what's that armor, what are the ornaments, whatever. So I decided to make a quick video on it. I was kind of hesitant to make this because I know in a few weeks, actually less than 2 now, a lot of this year 1 armor is going to become useless. It's more so going to be for show and not actually useful in endgame content because year 1 armor, when Forsaken drops, will not receive any random rolls, so there's kind of no reason to use it anymore, which makes me really sad because this is one of my favorite sets or favorite looks I've ever built in Destiny history. You'll be able to use the shaders forever, of course, if you've unlocked them, but the gear itself is kind of, you know, gonna take a back seat to the new stuff we'll be getting in Forsaken, which is alright. I'm sure there's gonna be some awesome gear in year 2, and just because this gear is useless in like actual content doesn't mean I'm never gonna wear it again in like private matches or Crucible or whatever, you know? So starting off, I am using the Gensim Night Cask. It is part of the IO set, obtainable via Asher Mir for the IO tokens. If you haven't gotten this set, or at least this helmet before, it's a really cool set, and I love this helmet to death. I think it's my favorite helmet in the game, besides the Iron Banner helmet with the newest ornament you can get on it. I really wish you could add some sort of chroma to the visor part of it to change different colors inside the helmet or light it up. It would be super cool if you could do that. But right now, I have to work with what I got, so I'm using New Monarchy Succession as the shader on it, and that is going to be the shader I use for most of this gear set. I really love this helmet. I think it looks the best both from the front view and the side view. It's just a really clean looking helmet. For gauntlets, I'm using the Grips of Feltrock. It is the Eater of Worlds set for the hunter. You can just get this via normal mode, and I actually really love the Eater of Worlds set. I think it's the best looking set personally for my hunter out of all the raid sets currently. I know Spire of Stars is kind of just a reskin of this, but I think the Eater of Worlds set looks really good with shaders on it. Of course, it kind of looks weird without them. It's this sort of brown texture, weird textury, like rough material look. I don't know. I don't really like it without shaders. So I used to have golden trace on it for the longest time. I used to go kind of blackish gold, but now I've switched to red. Again, using New Monarchy Succession. I think this looks amazing. I really like slimmed down arms with not much fanfare going on. A little bit of design on it, but nothing too crazy. I'm not one to be overly eccentric when it comes to armor sets in Destiny 2, so I like things that are kind of clean, kind of slim, look pretty neat with a little bit of design to them. For chests, I kind of mix it up between a few different ones. The main one I like to rock is Raiden Flux, which is the exotic armor piece for the Arcstriders, one of the best exotics in the game currently. I'm actually using the Thunder God exotic ornament from season 3 on it that dropped with the Warmind DLC. Without it, this chest piece just doesn't do it for me. It has those orange tubes, and when you put a shader on it, it only really changes the middle part of the armor, and I think it looks awful normally. But ever since I got this ornament to drop, I haven't taken it off since. It looks super good, and it actually allows the exotic armor piece to be changed a lot more via shaders, which I really like. So instead of going with a usual New Monarchy Succession, I actually went with Crimson Valor. Putting on New Monarchy Succession doesn't really change a whole lot, but if you slap on Crimson Valor, which is the Crimson Days shader, it really changes up a whole lot. It adds so much red to this chest piece, and it allows it to match with the rest of my set. And without a shader, it looks super cool if you're going for a purple silverish look, but I didn't design my gear set around that color, so I'm sticking with the Crimson Valor for this one. I think it looks really slick. The other chest piece I really like to use is the Iron Banner chest piece with the Season 3 ornament on it. The other chest piece ornaments don't really do it for me. They have too much going on and a lot of different colors that you can't change, like white or a giant Iron Banner thing on the middle that's gold. I don't really like that. I think the Season 3 ornament for Iron Banner looks the best. It's pretty clean. It's mostly red, has a little bit of gold, which kind of looks nice, but it still has enough red to match it to the rest of the set, which I really like. This chest piece also has New Monarchy Succession on it. I often use this chest piece when I want to use another exotic like the Orpheus Rigs or something, or just no exotics at all. For leg armor, I use Boots of Feltrock, which is again the Eater of Worlds set. I don't put ornaments on these Eater of Worlds sets, mostly because I don't have them, but also I just think the base sets with a shader looks the best. Again, rocking New Monarchy Succession, and you can see when I deselect this shader, it looks like trash, but having the shader on makes it look amazing. I really like the texture of this leg armor. It just really looks solid. And for the class armor, I'm using Cloak of Feltrock, again, Eater of Worlds set, no ornaments, and New Monarchy Succession attached. I really like this cloak. My only gripe about it is that it kind of has some clipping in the back where the cape meets the actual, like, I don't know what you'd call that backpack part of it, like with a little Cabal looking jet pack piece. I don't even know what to call it, but it clips. The cloak clips sometimes through it, and it's kind of annoying, but you know, it's on the back, so generally you don't even see it. And I kind of dig the asymmetrical look of this cloak. I know the Spire of Stars allows you to get the second part of the cloak, or like it kind of ties the whole cloak together. It gives like a second part and it melds them together, so it's one giant cape, but with like kind of like almost split down the middle, so it looks like two parts that were melded. But I kind of like just the one side. I don't know, it just appeals to me. It looks really cool, just a one half of a cloak. I think the only thing that would actually look better than that is if you were able to get two individual like cloak strands, kind of like the Scion Flares cloaks from Destiny 1. If you would have two cloak strands that would kind of flow independently of each other, I think that would be the only way to improve this cloak. And that kind of does it for my hunter gear set. This is really the only set I use. I know a lot of other people have multiple sets for multiple different occasions, and you'll notice I didn't cover any of the mods because I don't really care about these mods because they're going away in less than 2 weeks. And I didn't also put any investment into different outfits for different situations with different mod setups. I didn't really see the purpose because mods in year one are kind of blah. I know if you coordinate your whole set with like grenade cooldown and stuff, it can actually make a pretty big difference, but mainly I just kind of stuck with like resilience and recovery, stuff like that would actually give me a decent benefit. But I didn't really concentrate on mods too much. It was mainly about the fashion. I just really love the color red, and it fits so good with this. If I didn't mention it before, New Monarchy Succession is the Season 2 Faction Rally shader. You can't obtain it anymore, but if you at least unlocked one of those shaders in Season 2 for New Monarchy, then you'll be able to pull it out of your collections in Forsaken. Unfortunately, there is currently no way to obtain past seasonal shaders. Maybe in the future when Faction Rallies returns, they'll keep the previous season shaders inside the loot pool like they have done for Season 2 and 3. I don't know if I'll cover the other characters. They're nothing really too special. This is honestly my proudest gear set in year one of Destiny 2. And if you want to copy it, go for it. It's an amazing look, I think. And thanks very much for watching. I cannot wait to do another one of these videos for Season 4 when Forsaken drops.